Oh, hell yeah! Skull, everybody, and welcome back to another day in a week. What day of the week it is, you ask me? Well, if you've been around, you know. It is Sabaton Wednesday. Today we are reacting to a highly requested video, actually, which apparently is an emotional roller coaster. I don't know why you would want an emotional roller coaster from me, because do I ever show emotion? Today I'm reacting to No Bullets Fly, the animated story video. It's highly requested, so we're gonna do it. I prepared a little bit, because, well, it's Sabaton, and Sabaton I think you kind of have to prepare a little bit. But I didn't want to do too much, because I am really trying to get no spoilers before I watch anything. So what I know is that this is a story about a fighter, a German fighter, who came across a bomber coming back from a successful raid, and upon like getting close enough to actually fire on the thing, he saw that it was damaged, like really damaged from aircraft fire. So he decided, instead of shooting them down, to escort them to safety, because, right? That's what real people, real heroes do. Honestly, I don't know what to expect from the video, so let's just dive into it and enjoy. Most likely. Here we go!
It's December the 20th, 1943, and in the freezing air high above Germany, Second Lieutenant Charles "Charlie" Brown is at the controls of his B-17F, ye
Charlie
old pub.
Brown?
At 11:30, approaching the target of the Focke-Wulf plant near Bremen. The pub is rocked as 4 explosions go off right in front of the B-17. A cry comes across the intercom. "We're hit!" In the plexiglass nose, a huge hole had been made, and icy cold wind was being blown inside, making freezing conditions for the crew. Engine 2 had been hit, and co-pilot Spencer "Pinky" Luke let out an expletive as he noticed a huge hole in the right wing. Releasing their bombs over the factory, the crew turned to the north, planning to head over the coast, then turn west for home. With one engine out, and engine 4 now faulty, the pub started to fall back from the formation with another damaged plane. Sam "Blackie" Blackford in the ball turret watched as it disappeared into a cloud bank. There was an orange flash in the cloud. "Bandits!" Eckie shouted as 5 BF-109s streaked from the cloud bank. Then another cry. "Bandits!" as 8 FW-190s were spotted in formation ahead of the pub. Sergeant Bertrand "Frenchy" Coulomb in the turret shot the 190 out of the sky. The navigator, Al "Doc" Sadek, took out the second. Pinky reported that engine 3 had been hit. That left just one engine at full power. The BF-109s attacked the pub from behind, swarming all over. But due to the cold wind running through the pub, most of the guns were frozen. In a turn now, the pub was repeatedly hit, taking extreme damage and killing the tail gunner. A shell penetrated and exploded near the waist gunners, injuring the crew and creating a huge hole. The oxygen supply was taken out and the pub spun towards the ground. With the crew unconscious due to lack of oxygen, the B-17 fell for 4 miles. Charlie started to come around and grabbed the controls, pulling back as the plane continued to fall. 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Just moments from hitting the earth, the plane pulled up, almost scraping the trees as it did.
I've been trying to come up with a moment to actually talk. Like, there's no real music to respond to yet, to react to yet, so I think might as well do it right now. Imagine being the enemy. You see a bomber, like, incredibly damaged, go down. Like, how many enemies would decide to actually, when you see them pull up again, how many enemies would decide to give him the final blast? Like, okay, you're almost done. I don't know how you managed to stay afloat, but now you're done. How many enemies would think that? And how many enemies would do what this guy's about to do? I'm impressed so far. I'm not really impressed by the animation style. This is not really my style. I think it's very, very basic, but it tells a story, and it's doing it well. Ooh, here we go! Here we go!
One enemy spotted, so hurry up, rearm and refuel. But through the bombers damage that bring, see wounded men scatter their bones.
Imagine seeing that!
Look to the right and then look again, and see the enemy in the eye. No bullets fly, spared by his mercy. Escorted out of harm's way. Fly, fighting fair.
Oh, hell yeah! This guy could have been court-martialed, right? This guy could have been court-martialed. That's like the one thing that you can take away from this. Not only is he escorting an enemy out, he's basically risking his own life. Because I think a court-martial in that time, I don't think it would have been too happy with the outcome. Huh? Nice. Back a little bit. But, okay, I said I didn't really like the animation style, but I do like this. You can't really tell who's who. So I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. Suddenly, the animation style kind of works.
Fighting fair is the code of the air. Brothers, heroes, foes. Killing machine, honor in the sky. Flying home.
They still don't get it.
Send goodbye to the cross, citizen.
Oh, Tommy, give it to me, dude. It's not Tommy. Did they get it now? He's helping out? Just imagine this sight. Imagine you being one of the Allies and you see this heading towards you. What the hell do you think? But can you imagine being in that bomber? Like, barely surviving in a plane that's shot up, like, to bits? And there is that enemy fighter right next to you. All he has to do is get behind you and give you the final blast. Like, that's all he has to do. You're basically flying on one engine. You're shut up. You can look at the guy. It's cold. This is December, right? I can't imagine. I don't think I want to imagine. You're safe. Climb out. Friends!
The story was kept secret until 1986, when Brown started the search for the German pilot who had shown mercy on that December day all those years ago. In 1990, Brown received a letter from a man named Stigler, who was living in Canada. Stigler explained that he had been the pilot of the German fighter who had escorted Ye Olde Pub. This video is of their first meeting.
Franz, what were your feelings when you met again for the first time?
I was so happy as we met that I clapped him and hugged him. It wasn't easy.
The fact that he risked his life early in many ways, and I wrote him in a letter, I said, if you made a habit of feeling sorry for bomber crews, flying up alongside them, I am sure that you were shot down many times, but it was not only the audacity that he came up to us and then recognizing the threat. If someone had seen him and reported him, it could have been a death sentence.
Franz gifted Charlie a book, and inside the inscription read, "In 1940, I lost my only brother as a night fighter. On the 20th of December, 4 days before Christmas, I had the chance to save a B-17 from her destruction. A plane so badly damaged, it was a wonder that she was still flying. The pilot, Charlie Brown, is for me as precious as my brother was. Thanks, Charlie. Your brother Franz." In 2008, within a few months of each other, the two firm friends went on their final journey. Franz Stigler never got the Knight's Cross, but as he always said, he got something better.
It's the code of the air. Brothers, heroes, foes. Killing machine.
Mom, go listen.
In the sky, B-17, flying home. Killing machine. Send goodbye to the cross. See the sun.
Hi, my name is Jovita Ten Stiegler. I would like to thank Sabaton and your song, No Bullets Fly. Because of this, the story of my father will live on. See you on your next concert tour. Safe journey, gentlemen, and again, thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay. You weren't lying. Oh my god, you weren't lying when you said this was an emotional roller coaster. You were not lying. Okay. See, I have somebody in my comments who said in Sweden, Sabaton is kind of a joke. First of all, I doubt that. And second of all, they shouldn't be. They tell so many stories that deserve to be told. It should never be forgotten. Like a enemy making a conscious decision to not fire upon another enemy, so basically opposing whatever he has been taught and whatever he has been told to do by risk of death, because if he would have been reported, he would probably die. So this shows you that the enemy not necessarily has to be the enemy. There's people, there's lives. There's lives that interconnect. There's lives that will connect later. This is what you saw. Like in the 80s, this guy actually managed to fight that fighter, and they connected, no longer being enemies. There you see that it's the government or a dictator or whatever is at power. Those are the people that start a war. It's not the people that fight it. And you can make a conscious decision to oppose it. And I think that is what we should do. This is really powerful. This is really, really powerful. And I'm telling you, initially, I wasn't expecting to cry at all. Like, I see the animation, I'm like, okay, I'm not sure what to expect from this. But when they added the whole story to it, and then in the end, you see, like, what should have been two mortal enemies connect as friends, and then in very end you see their kid and you see it actually you see that connecting as well with the actual band, with the music, and you see how proud she is of that song, of the history of her father being told. That's worth a few tears, people. Don't tell me Vikings don't cry. Don't tell me Vikings don't cry. They do, and they should. There's no shame. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you know where we are in the video, right? If you did enjoy it, then by all means, please like, subscribe, and get notified for the next video in my journey. Thank you for watching, and as always, only one more thing to say. Viking out. Peace.